Welcome back, Sports Tonight on Channels Television. We're broadcasting live from our sports center in Lagos, Nigeria. Take a look at what's going down in our world of sports. But we love sports development in this part of the world, and so we are looking at ways Nigeria can bounce back once again and rule the world of sports, because we have agreed that we have the talent, but we need to make deliberate efforts. We need to work so hard to get back to our glory days. I was trying to get Larry Kundayo for you on the show so you get to listen to the champ after retaining his IBF European welterweight title by beating Louis Green. It was by unanimous decision, but Larry is on the move, and it's pretty difficult to get him. So I promise you, let me not promise, just in case, but we will try to get Larry Kundayo on this show tomorrow so that we get to hear him talk about that victory. Let's get on with the show now. We'll stay back home. Talk about the NNL Super 8. That's one. And when you talk about it now, you worry because you don't even know the direction it's going to. In your bond, we talked about this. We gave a hint. Look, you see, when you say this thing sometimes, somebody pops up and say, oh, what really was going on? I brought Bukola Olopade. He talked about this on the program. He said, look, this is that. I've resigned. And it's all for the good of football. We've been waiting for the NNL Super 8 to happen, but it's not coming. Because just 3 teams are right there in Aba. The others said, look, what we agreed at the Congress, 8 teams should be promoted. So the end in your bong, you see that word you use, deliberate effort, because everybody's not in sync. We're not purpose-driven.
Yeah.
We're not planning. And we're not saying, look, this is how this should be. Something goes wrong, and then we start trying to, and then you mix up documents, and this is where we are.
I'll say it's embarrassing. It's very, very embarrassing. You know, that the league is not even in sync. The top flight and the lower tier are not even in sync. And it's quite embarrassing that, you know, the football house itself is very divided. And you want to sit down and you're looking at the 3 teams, Gombe United, Real Stars, and Delta Force already in Aba. And we're hearing feelers that they're very frustrated, they're very unhappy why they're just here, the other teams are not coming and all of that. It's quite very, very disappointing. You could only pray and hope that this will be sorted out.
Someone has not sent out a press release. This is going on as nobody is talking. Because, I mean, is it their football? Of course it's our football. But and it even goes beyond you and I or the normal fan. We're talking about the NNL that's got a sponsor attached to it.
The NNL is under the Nigerian Football Federation, if I'm not mistaken. What are the Nigerian Football Federation doing about this?
We keep forgetting that PR doesn't solve problems. It avoids it. So now that this is going on, you'd expect that you and I, coming on this live show, should be able to say, according to a release by the NFF or the NNL, this is what is the situation. But nobody's talking.
I would expect the NFF to stand their fate. I mean, they are the governing football body in our country. I would expect them to do something. I would expect them to say something. Because silence won't do it. You know, just sitting back and expecting things to solve themselves will not. And credit to them, maybe they're doing something behind.
But we should know.
Maybe we should know. Maybe they're doing something with
because the club owners of these NNL clubs that are not in Aba, they had a meeting and they signed that they're not going to be part of it. Those are the things you should. Okay, you know what? Let's just wait till tomorrow to see what's going to happen with the NNL Super 8. But just to give you a background, you know, story of what happened, because of the crisis in the Nigeria Football Federation, they couldn't relegate anything this season. Lobby Stars were on top of the table at the time that all of the confusion just became more confusion, and so they didn't use the word crown champions. They said, okay, since they are on top of the table, they are going to represent Nigeria in the CAF Champions. And of course, you know, Enugu Rangers won the ITO Cup, and they will be at the CAF Confederation Cup. But they said that no team will be relegated. The NNL had a Congress, and they said, okay, since no team is being relegated, 8 teams from the NNL should be promoted. The Nigeria Football Federation, which is the custodian of the league, says, okay, no, only 4 teams will be promoted, but you go through the Super 8. The Super 8 is supposed to happen now. Only 3 teams are in Aba. That's it right there. The 3 teams in Aba, Gombe United, Real Stars, and Delta Force. What are the other teams? Well, we can't say absent. I was discussing the show with my producer, so we can't say they're absent. They are yet to arrive. Okay, let's just they're not there yet. Remo Stars, Carter Stars, Bendel Insurance, Kogi United, and Shooting Stars of Ibadan. It would have been good to see the Super 8.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, we are not getting to the point where football is the interest. You will find that it's about egos, selfish interests, and then football is suffering for it.
You know, like I said, I'm hoping that the Nigerian Football Federation will release a statement, will say something about it, because I would want to believe they're doing something we do not know. But when you keep us in the dark like this, it's quite difficult. You know, you've got to come out and say something, because you're the governing body. You are the one who has got authority over the MPFL, authority over the NNL. So clubs cannot be bigger than a federation. I don't think a club, one single club of 3 clubs or 5 clubs can be bigger than a federation. I don't even think a league at itself as a body is bigger than the federation. So we're expecting the NFF to say something. We expect them to come out and say, this is what is happening. We're speaking to these clubs. The Super 8 will go on, or Super 8 will not go on, or teams who are refusing to appear will face so sanction. That's what we want to hear. We want the NFF to show that they're the governing body of football in Nigeria, not just sit back and doing absolute nothing.
Don't wait from when it has passed issue to palaver.
Yeah.
Then you start saying, oh, so what do we do now? What do we do now? No, it's not good for our football. So hopefully tomorrow we're going to hear, we're going to have more informed decisions taken for the Super 8 of the Nigeria National League.